They are making it worse.
The Honourable David Cunliffe.
Thank you, Mr Chairman. Look, it's well worth the House's time to take a considered view of Part 1 of the bill, because really this is at the heart of the bill. It's a very major part. It covers the mysterious formula that Sam Lotuinga either never read or can't remember and certainly didn't want to table. Very happy for Sam to elucidate to the House when he next takes a call as to how he believes this formula is actually going to work in practice. What the Labour opposition knows is that there are two core failings with this part of the bill. The first is that it embodies the missed opportunity to put children first. And nobody, I don't think, could have described that as well as Sue Moroney, who reinforced to us that families in this situation are struggling anyway. And this bill has managed to score two own goals. It's going to cost the taxpayer, according to official advice, $42 million a year more to implement than the current law. So it costs $42 million more a year to run. But it's going to put less money in the hands of vulnerable children. How can that be? More cost to the taxpayer, less money to vulnerable children. And, they're worth it. Yes, they are worth it, National Government. Wouldn't it be good if you did something positive about it? Now, it is not simply the matter of the complexity of the formula. Now, in our last pre-dinner break discussion on this part of the committee stage, at some length we debated across the House the complexity of the formula, the difficulty couples would have in understanding where that left them, the reverse impact that it would thereby be harder for them to form voluntary agreements about their separation plans, and therefore, perversely, that this highly complex and opaque formula would more often be needed precisely because it was hard to understand. Mr Speaker, nobody is arguing that life is complex. There's not complex, or that it's going to be easy to write a law which satisfies the full diversity of family situations. What the government has been saying is, therefore, we shouldn't be surprised if the formula is complex, but that doesn't necessarily follow. What we want is a formula that delivers more benefit to children in need, that doesn't lock liable parents out of the system if they get behind, that provides the strongest possible incentive for liable parents to meet their child support obligations. And how does this bill measure up? It's not transparent. It's shied away from legislating for the primacy of the interests of the child. It's shied away from automatic pass-through so that liable parents know that every dollar that they contribute will go to their own children. It doesn't do that, and my colleague Dr Rajan Prasad has very eloquently pointed out that all the international evidence is that collections are improved if that is the case, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't put more money in the hands of the children. It doesn't simplify the system. It doesn't make it more transparent. It doesn't make it more directional. What it does do, sir, is waste an opportunity. Mr Speaker, I used to, for my sins, be the Associate Minister of Revenue, responsible for child support, before Sam Lotuinga and his colleagues were members of this House. It was quite some time ago.
4 years.
No, it was probably longer than 4 years ago. But what I do remember is that the junior opposition backbencher sent to bite me on the ankles at the time was one Judith Collins. And she used to rail about the accumulation. I still remember the day that accumulated child support debt hit $500 million. That was a terrible tragedy, and it was, because we don't want any arrears. We want all that money paid so kids can benefit and the taxpayers not copping it. $500 million. Now, what is Judith Collins saying today, now the debt's reached $2.3 billion and gone up $1 billion on National's watch in the last 3 years? Saying nothing. Too busy working on her leadership campaign getting around the backbench, assuring them of all the afi in the world. That's what Judith... And if you had any doubt about that, just ask the bag boy, Simon Lusk, about it. No wonder she's not focused on child support. She used to rail in this House that it was a travesty that the formula did not deliver for children. 7 years later, the national government has come up with Mr. Chairman, with a once-in-a-decade...
Simpson.
Oh, Mr. Chairman.
I move that the question be now put.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman.
The question is the question be now put. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. The ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
2 votes opposed.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
Order.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan. Any other votes?
The ayes are 68, the noes are 51. The questions will therefore be put. The first question is the Minister's Amendment set out on SOP number 181. The question is that the Minister's amendments be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
2 opposed.
Mana. Mana.
1 vote opposed. Sorry.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan. Any other votes?
The ayes are 68, the noes 51. The Minister's amendments are agreed to. The question now is that Part 1, as amended, stand part. Those of that opinion will say aye. Contrary, no. Ayes have it. Party vote. The clerk will conduct the party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 votes in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
34 votes opposed.
Green Party.
14 votes opposed.
New Zealand First.
7 votes in favour.
Māori Party.
2 opposed.
Mana.
1 vote opposed.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan. Any other votes?
The ayes are 68, the noes 51. Part 1, as amended, will stand part. The question now is that Part 2 stand part. Dr. David Clark.